Are y'all ready for this?
All righty. Yay. Hello, everyone. I think this is episode 14, right? Because that's why I labeled it.
Yeah. I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
so lost. I don't even have my news on the phone because I haven't transferred all my notes. I am so remembering why I hate changing phones and stuff. What?
Did you hear that?
Was that you? I was like, holy shit, demons are coming in.
Listen, I was looking at something on my phone real quick, and I was just like, oh, a video that's in my videos on my camera roll thing. And I was just like, oh, I don't remember having this one. And I clicked on it, and it was like kind of going, I'll send it to you, but it was funny. And I was just like, I didn't expect that, to be honest.
Oh. I mean, now if that had come out of my house, I totally would have expected it, but not from yours.
That shocked me.
Yeah. So much stuff has happened this week. I'm not even going to rant this week because you probably already know what I'm going to rant about. You know, Twitter is where good things go to die, or at least it used to be. My timeline is so pretty and peaceful now. It's just like, it's amazing what a block list happens. Mainly, I just couldn't take any more of the negativity. It was just overwhelming. These boys work so hard to give us content, and for them to be treated the way that I've seen them be treated, I'm like, no, I'm good.
It's honestly ridiculous, to be honest, with everything.
Yeah. But all I can say is they might be louder at this particular moment in time, but we are bigger. There's more of us, and we're going to push that thing to the top. It's always the small minority that's the loud mouths. What I have to say about that. And the hypocrisy of them is just astonishing. As they are on a platform owned by people they supposedly are boycotting, on items that they're using to post about this boycotting on. So much hypocrisy. Like, I just can't even with y'all. Go away.
I did that thing. Who was it that did? I don't remember. But I saw it with the keyboard. Oh, I think it was Liz. You know that thing with the keyboard where you can like set it?
I wasn't paying attention.
Let me show you.
I was not having a good day yesterday. So.
Look, there's my keyboard.
Yeah, I'm not putting something like that on my keyboard. I don't need that extraness in my life.
See, I had taught myself how to type without even like looking at the keyboard, because sometimes people talk to me and I feel like it's rude if I'm like as I'm texting. So I feel like it's rude if I'm texting while they're trying to talk to me. So I like look up but still keep texting while they're talking to me, but I'm making eye contact with them listening.
So you're of that generation. Like my kids would do that in school. My daughter was in high school and it was still the flip phones, but she learned how to type with, doing the texting without looking. You push blah 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 blah, and she would do it so fast. So yeah, you came from that generation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's why, because we had to learn how to we got to learn like that.
Yeah, that's how because every day, when my kids were in school, it was it's not as small as what we live in now, but it was a small town. And so when you have 450 students all needing the same school supplies on the same day, and you have one Walmart, there's nothing left by 4 o'clock that afternoon. So they would text me during every class telling me their school supplies, and I would make 8 trips that day to Walmart to buy what they need for these particular classes. So they learned how to text like that pretty quick.
So I love doing that. Whenever we would go to the store, get our school supplies list and get supplies. Nowadays, we do it all.
Yeah, well, like I said, when you live in a small town like we did, this stuff is not there by the time you get there. So I would go up there 8 times that day to get all their stuff, because they all need this certain spiral and they all need this certain blah blah blah, and I'm just like, y'all do realize we have one Walmart in town before we have to go to Amarillo, and then when we go to Amarillo, it is far crazier and that much worse because you have 4 or 5 other high schools there and only 2 Walmarts. So yeah, it's a shark beating. It's like a frenzy. It's so bad because those are the only 2 towns within like a 2-hour distance. So you had to get
okay, but how is the connection there?
What?
How is the connection there?
Who are you talking to?
You. Like,
Me?
how is the connection? Like the internet Wi-Fi connection.
Oh, we didn't have any troubles.
Okay,
we
cool.
didn't live in the middle of freaking nowhere.
I could survive there then. No, it's because my parents, they live like 30 minutes outside of a city, but their connection is so bad. Like I hate going over sometimes because then like I'm trying to do something and like I can't even get it right.
No, we had we had our internet through our cable, so actually I think we had a landline and we would hook it up to the landline. I can't remember. That was a really long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, see.
Now in Colorado, the town that we lived in, this is cool, and I wish everybody could do this. You could literally pay the city $25 a month, and you had Wi-Fi everywhere across the city.
Like everybody pays it, or just that one person
No,
pays it?
just whoever wants to have internet across the city. So, because at that time we didn't have like tablets and things and computers that would automatically hook up. You had to actually have an internet thing, an internet. And so we could pay the $25 and we could take our laptop anywhere in the city and still have internet
So
because they had
$25
Wi-Fi
like weekly, monthly?
monthly.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Mm-mm. So if you wanted to go down to the coffee shop, not a lot of places had Wi-Fi at that time. It was still really, in fact, we had those air things where you would plug the air thing into your computer and that was your internet. And it was super expensive. So, good old days. We were talking about AOL the other day. I'm like, yeah, AOL. I remember that time. You would start your computer, you go take a poop, and you take a shower, and be sure to wash your hair. And when you come back, it might be logged on.
You know what?
Y'all know.
At my job, we had that problem now where we have to like log in and like Windows is like starting and it like takes freaking forever because it has to like restart that whole computer to that person logging in. And we're just like, oh my gosh.
These noodles are not good. I can't do it. I tried.
What are you eating?
It's roasted peanut something or other, but it's like noodles. It's like an Asian noodle thing, but
Oh,
it's not good. Yeah. Oh. See, the girls in the chat are talking about how their parents buy them stuff. It's a scavenger hunt. That is for real. It's the only thing I ever competed in as an adult. That's not true, but whatever. So I don't have a whole lot of news this week because my news is on my other phone. But if you have not seen the teaser images, I feel sorry for you. You talk about sweat and hot. Yeah, there was definitely a loss of breath when those popped up. So that may not be what they're talking about in their new song, but
what is that tattoo on the side of his neck?
I sent all of that. It's some kind of like floral stuff, and she sent this in a group, and it's like each tattoo means something different depending on what floral thing is. I am not going to sit there and look at it hard enough to figure it out. I figured they'll tell us eventually. But yeah, hot dang. It was
I would love to see him in an actual tattoo though.
No, they will probably eventually. Some of them. Sunman never will, I don't think. Sunman's pretty much a straight shooter, I think. Like he doesn't like to cuss, stuff like that. So I don't think we'll ever see that or piercings on Sunman, but the rest of the group seem like they have a little bit of a freaky side. Just saying.
I can definitely see Hyunjin getting them.
yes.
I can see him getting piercings, not tattoos.
Really? I can see him getting tattoos. Like a neck one. Definitely.
No. If I see anything on him, it would be like a back because he's got that beautiful skin and that image and he's the model and he's the face and blah, blah, blah. So I don't see him doing that.
I feel like Johnny will always be that. I would get one if I could, but maybe not.
Yeah, the man who doesn't like commitment, who has committed to how many of you wives are there now? Like 300 million? Yeah. So yeah, for a man who has commitment issues, he sure does have a lot of commitments. Their song gonna be out May the 10th. I am looking forward to streaming the shit out of it. I've already bought it. I've already pre-saved it.
Same.
Mm.
It was so cheap too that I ended up like I got to fulfill my 3 for 3 buy.
How
So I
much was the
bought 3.
shipping on 3? Was it that same shipping for all 3,
Overall,
or was it
so overall it was $14.
in shipping?
No, it,
'Cause
overall, like the price along with the shipping was 14.
for 3, because I
Mhm.
bought one and it cost me $10 for one.
Yeah, I only paid like 14 something for all 3.
I should have bought more. So, yeah. A lot of people are saying that they think they're going to come to the US to promote it, because remember how we were just spit on myself. Remember how we were talking about how their May calendar was like blank? I think they're going to fill it up with stuff here. I'm not going to feed you.
Mm.
So, Cinnamон's new song is coming out on the 28th this month.
Song or the
Song,
other
it's
one? Or
song by. That's what it's called, song by.
oh, not just song. I thought it was like
No.
song by Sungmin.
I don't know. I thought the title was just song by. So people are wondering if this is going to be the kickoff of the 8 things that they talked about in Step Out. Yeah. I'm not going to feed you. Quit licking my arm. They are not on any of the Genie or the Korean charts that I can tell. So, whatever. They've never really recovered from that streaming ban that they did. Or
That was.
a moot point.
I'm not even gonna get into that because that was.
Well, it's the same idiots that's wanting to boycott
Well,
this new
yeah,
this new
I heard
collab.
that. So apparently they want to do like a reverse stream or whatever, where they stream all their other songs but that one song.
Which, you know what that does? It kills the US promotions.
I know, seriously, like this is their gateway, especially Charlie Puth is like pretty, like his name is around here, like a lot.
Yeah, whether you like him or not, look at the pictures. Look at how long this collab has been worked on simply by the pictures, because Felix has short black hair. That's how long they've been working on this collab. So, yeah. Plus, our illustrious government just placed that high-ass bullcrap on visas for foreign people. So our ticket prices are going to go through the roof if we get tours here at all. The bigger companies, like Stray Kids, Blackpink stuff, I can see still coming here. But the little groups like Big Ocean, we won't ever see them here.
No, they have one coming up soon. Because they're talking in the live, they're saying like, what places would you like us to see it in? And they're going over their scheduling, and that they might have something scheduled in LA in June.
Well,
So
all I know
think
is that the government put like, I want to say a 300% increase on visas or some crap like that. I mean, it's asinine. And I knew about this last year, and I said something about it last year, and everybody thought I was a moron. Well, guess what? They passed the shit. So yay for us. Forgot what I was doing. Oh, I remember. Can't think of really anything else. I hadn't even started news for today other than a few things. So what? You're laughing
Your
about
husband,
something.
your husband says, "I'm here now. You can start."
Yeah, he's late. You're 18 minutes late. But other than that, I don't think we have a whole lot of news going on. It's just been a lot of bickering, a lot of fighting. A lot of
Honestly.
people. I mean, it's one thing. I guess people need to learn what a boycott actually is, because making rude ass comments in the official media things or the platforms just makes you an asshole. boycott means you just ignore it like it's not there. So I would prefer that over them going after Channy like I've seen them do and everything else. I'm over the, and these people are taking a straight out of the antes.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, at that point, they're not even fans anymore. Like,
No, they're not.
at this point, you're fans to a cause rather than your idols. So
Yep. So but the official platforms have been a great block list, made it really easy to zoom through there and blah, 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 blah. And like I said, my timeline is so peaceful and it's pretty and it's positive and everybody's so nice to everybody.
what I don't understand is how most fandoms, what other groups, they like attack other people for their group. Why is our group attacking our fandom attacking their own group, their
Really?
idols?
You have to ask that?
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Because I
get with
truthfully,
the
I don't think
get with the times.
I don't think there stays. Just like that streaming boycott thing they did. You know who started that? Not Stay. It was the fans for the group that was fixing to have a comeback,
Yeah,
but they wanted
exactly.
them higher on the chart. And Stay still fell for that shit. It's like, when are y'all going to realize that you're being used and you just fall right in it for it? I mean, it's like, I can't with all the dipshittery. Yes, and that's a new word of mine. But it refers to many. But I also have seen, basically it's only Twitter that I've seen this kind of crap on. I have been on the Facebook platforms, I've been on TikTok, I've been on Instagram, and you see very little to none of the negativity you see on Twitter.
On Facebook?
Everybody, yeah, everybody's super excited for this collab. I saw one post from Stray Kids on one platform that had over 1,000 views and over thousands of comments, and every single one of them was positive. So, like I said, there's more of us than there is of them.
I think it could be mostly because Twitter became like a political platform, and Facebook just sticks to what it is about.
Yeah. Well, if you don't have to be on Twitter, I just suggest you just don't. It is so not worth the headache.
I don't.
I lost my hole punch. Oh. I think I had a new, yes. Okay, so I sold a Stay, one of my Ordinary albums, my very last blue one that I had. And she has an Etsy shop, and I told her to put the link in our Discord, but I don't know that she did.
I saw some things put into the shop
but
thing.
It was really, really cute little stuff. It wasn't anything expensive or anything. It was more like digital downloads. And let me see if she put it in here. Oh, I haven't got all my stuff grouped either. This is just, it'll take me forever to get anywhere all this stuff. Stay shop. And of course, Nia posted those shoes that are just cute as hell. So cute. Oh, who posted those?
I want shoes with like every concert I go to of theirs.
Ella, stop. Okay, so she didn't post her Etsy stuff on, but it was so cute. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta log back in. I don't remember my login. Oh, yeah. No, I do not want to be under my son's. I do not want to know what he buys from anywhere. No, that's just asking for. No. Yeah, I just saw a picture. I don't want to be here. Let me out. I don't know how to get out. Oh, there it is.
I don't want to be here.
Ah, cancel. Why am I? Is it logging in under there?
Girl, yes. So they're
your
talking about
internet-
the Seraphim Coachella performance.
Was last
we
night
talked
better
about
than the last week?
I don't know. I didn't watch last night. I didn't
I
realize.
haven't watched any of them, but I don't think I've seen the comments like I did last week where they were just getting razzed. And I'm not saying they didn't deserve it, but they could have been nervous. It could have, well, last weekend, I think it was just bad audio all the way around, wasn't it?
Mm,
There were several artists that got screwed. But
yeah.
that's too high, but so I heard a Tease did amazing. So the Tease. And you said that Big Ocean debuted
Had their
last night,
debut.
right? I think
Yesterday. It was like
Liz, didn't they say they debuted last night on Moocord?
they debuted early in the morning yesterday. Like for us, it was early morning, the like late night on the 19th.
Well, yeah, because she never freaking sleeps. not at normal times like the rest of us.
It was like because they were actually the first performance. Like they were on live just before, like the whole time that they were at U4. They were live, and so like they would come on, they would talk for a little bit, and then they will show gifts that they got. They had like a video where fans sent videos of messages to them wishing them good luck, and then they started like practicing their songs and dancing in like different places. Like first they practiced in the room, and then they went outside, and then they went in front of an like the lobby where the elevators were. And maybe because they were trying to get like a different lighting or different like area or anything like that. But
Okay, Nia and Minnie, y'all said you watched La Seraphim last night and it was still bad. Oh, Liz corrected us. It was 11 p.m. No, it was 11 p.m. Vegas time. Hello. That means it was like 1 a.m. our time.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it definitely was not 11 p.m.
No.
I can tell you that. It was definitely really early.
That is one thing I admire our kids about more than anything else is they still continue to do their voice lessons with their voice coaches and are continuously improving themselves to give us the best version of them.
Mm-hmm.
Where a lot of these people, they're like, oh, well, we made it. We don't have to do it anymore.
So
Well,
one thing I was a little confused about that I didn't realize they were gonna do is I think that Big Ocean actually like do they lip sync when they're on stage?
Well, they have cochlear implant plants, so I don't know.
Because I heard that they have like wristbands or whatever that helps them time the beats because it like makes like vibrations on their wrist to help them with the beats, and that they have like specific headphones that help as well to like keep track of it.
Yeah,
So
probably.
I think that for them that they at some point that they do have to lip sync with it because it will be harder for them to hear everything else above their own voices.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't watch enough of their lives. Like I click in and then I click back out. Found out. Who's a baritone? I can't read that.
Felix.
I've got a heart over. Felix is a baritone. You just now found out Felix is a baritone? Did you like look it up in a dictionary or something? Yeah. I played baritone in school. Not that that makes any difference into what we're talking about, but just thought I'd throw that out there.
Ma'am, at this point, it would be easier to say what you didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna take me a bit. I've never been arrested.
I would sure hope not.
Well, you know, some cops are dirty.
I don't see that with
Oh, what? Me being
I don't
dirty?
you. Yeah,
Nah.
I see being
I
a
don't
little
see
bit of
the
a hard
point in it.
ass, but definitely not dirty.
Just a little bit of a hard ass. I just don't like dumbasses. Is my problem. And I met a lot of those, even the ones I worked with. I don't tolerate dumbassery. You can put that on my urn with my ashes. She doesn't like dumbassery.
You know what I heard? Never mind. This will be a conversation later.
Now we're
It
just all
popped
going to
up
be
in my
sitting here
head.
going, "What?"
Popped up on my head, and then
Oh.
I realized that's a group chat type of conversation.
Not for public consumption.
Yeah.
So
Like,
what was it
done.
that Chan did?
What didn't he do?
I know, right? Yeah, they better
What-
come out with an album about water because they're going to need it to put out all these fires on stage.
Right? They honestly though, like Channing went on talking about like what is it, a football game
Oh, it was
that
a soccer
they
game.
won. I mean, the same thing.
Yeah.
And how like they won a Super Bowl, and then he basically just went black.
Yeah, I felt bad that I smarted off and said something, not realizing it was the anniversary.
Of Women's, yeah, on the
Yeah.
19th.
And then when I found out, I felt bad. I was like, well, I probably shouldn't have said that. I mean, it was just a joke, but still, it was pretty.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it was a hard time last year. It was not
it was
fun.
a really bad time. And Stayville's been in flames ever since.
Yeah.
Channing's not there to keep him in line.
I was just thinking that. I said, you know what? I feel like this started going out of line the moment that his stop.
Yeah. As soon as he as soon as Moonbin stuff happened, it just kind of started going downhill from there, and then we lost Channing's room and it just kind of went off a cliff.
Basically.
So where do we want to start?
I guess we can start in Amazing Mermaid.
I have not posted much this week. I don't remember what I did, but I've been busy.
I posted everything literally an hour ago.
Yes, I know. Ding, 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 ding. Like, oh, Claudia's posted again. I don't even have to look.
You know, I always wait till the last minute.
I know.
Okay, let me
Oops.
see. I'm almost done with Spot Kids. I am now on the 15th video.
Well, Nia has been putting a crap load of stuff in the
I
lore.
noticed that.
So we're going to be able to do that pretty soon.
Yes.
Like my classes should be over. Let's see, we do peds tomorrow. We might take our test Thursday, actually. So Thursday might be the last class day,
Ooh.
which I'm good with because I'm kind of over it. I slid right on through my assessments. Everybody else was using their papers, and I'm like, whatever. I didn't have my reading glasses on, so I couldn't read it anyway. I was going by muscle memory.
I sometimes do that. That's what my daughter does, and I don't like that because she's supposed to be learning how to read, but
Mm,
she
yeah.
just
That's how I
memorized.
learned how to read music. Like I would memorize the song and I could pick the song out by ear, and then later on came the notes and learning how to read music.
Girl, before
But
you
I
came
was
along,
7.
before you came along, lore used to be my thing, and I literally did nothing in it. I did barely anything in it. So I think
I
it'll
know
be okay.
we're gonna have to put her in the podcast intro for lore.
I feel like it's healthy. If not,
What?
like, oh, and then he was saying, is it healthy to watch Stray Kids edits until 3 a.m.?
Wrong.
I think it's healthy.
What is Greg talking about? Definitely a hard was. What?
I think he meant hard ass.
Oh. Well, he should know. I
But
just
yeah,
have no tolerance for dumbassery. That's just all it is to it. If you're going to be a dumbass, stay away from me.
hmm same. Everybody already knows how I'm at work. Like the moment my eyes start to like go into slits, they're just like, oh my gosh, y'all did something. Because I don't like I need to y'all know I have like real bad OCD sometimes. And so like I literally like bring that out to work. And sometimes I just tell them something and I'm like, you don't have to listen to me. This is just like my OCD. I like it done like this. But don't you don't have to listen to that because it's just me. Because like when they put package the product in, they package it a certain way, and I'm just like, no, it needs to be done this way, but it doesn't matter as long as it's in the package. But that's just me.
Yeah, I don't tell people not to listen to me. I'm like, no, you need to listen to me. Do it this way.
Well, even on the tags, like there's a little triangle on the package, and I put the tag where the triangle is at, and they put it on the opposite side, and I'm just like, see, I normally put the tag right here, but I guess it's okay if you put it right there. But this is just me.
Okay.
However you want to do it, but this is just the way I do it.
And then they don't do it the way you want to do it, and so you tell them to redo it.
Yeah.
Because that's what
And I'm just like,
let
me just do it. Let me just do it.
See,
But
that's
then,
my
like,
problem. If it's not done the way I want it, I'm just like, just let me do it.
yeah,
I'll just do it myself.
The issue
I
with
yell
me
that a
doing
lot.
that though is I do that with my daughter, and you know how she's sick, so in her little way, like she's now learning that mommy would just do it, and I'm just like, no, you need to learn to do it yourself. But I can't help it because she's like, you're doing it wrong. Let me just do it. Let me just do it.
That or with the dumbassery at work, especially, the girls that I work with know as soon as I turn around and that eye is twitching, just walk away.
My eyes turn bright green when I'm
Literally,
mad.
when somebody new comes into my department, the first thing that they always say, like, oh, you better get that right because Claudia will be on your ass. She likes to have things done a certain way.
Because our right way is the correct way, and we don't like it done wrong.
Exactly. I literally like, okay, so I have my my lead that's like above me, but me and her butt heads all the time because she has to do it like the way the VTA the visual aid shows it, and I do it my way because I've been baking for like the longest time, and
Your
I
way's
adjust
probably
it.
better anyway.
Okay, first of all, I've had nobody complain about my quality. There's that. Like I've heard complaints about her quality. My complaint is one of them because I'm just like, what is that? Ew. So how
Yeah.
you gonna question me and say like, well, the VTA says this, ma'am?
Yeah, but you know who wrote the BTA? Dumbasses that don't ever do the shit.
Well, see, the VTA is around to other bakeries. Like it's store wide, basically.
Like I said,
And so I was telling her, I was just like, our ovens aren't the same everywhere. So you have to adjust based off of the ovens that you have. That's basically just a guideline. It tells you where to start and adjust from that.
oh,
That's
shit,
basically what it
that's
is.
wrong.
Yeah, basically anywhere that you work, people who aren't doing your job are the ones that are calling the shots. So
The ones that have never done your job and don't understand what the writing is pure and total bullshit.
right.
Yeah, I know. I've worked with DAs like that. I don't have a lot of good things to say about those dumbasses either.
Okay, let me check. Okay. Where was I? How did we even get on that topic?
What
I know.
topic were we on? I don't
I
remember.
think just work in general.
Okay.
Okay. Spot Kids. Okay. This episode of Spot Kids begins with
It's brought to
Lino
you by the
playing with-
letters of A and B
and
and the
C
number
and D.
9.
But never the letter H.
Oh yeah, no letter H, never letter H. For anybody that knows, that was funny.
If you're new, you'll know
Sorry,
soon enough.
you'll figure it out.
Okay, so the episode began with Lino playing with the camera, fixing his hair. He was basically just going like this in front of the camera, like fixing himself, basically like feeling himself in that camera. And then it switches to
Like a
Hyunjin
cat.
saying something. And it's gonna be a lot of them just saying something that I don't understand. Because like I said, the captions are really wonky. But it then flips to Ian and Sungmin fighting over the fan, and it looks like that this music video, like they're filming the music video from for Voices. I think this is what that music video was from. So they're definitely out there filming for Voices and whatevs. And then it flips to Channy showing like the sunset and saying how beautiful he looks, and for Sungmin to move out of the way because he was not talking to him. And then
A menace.
Sungmin grabs the camera, so Channy like runs out and try to catch the sunset, and he just flies into the camera, and it basically just ends there. The next few episodes is wonky. So the next episode is with Han, Lino, Changmin, and Sungmin in a room just chilling when Felix walks in, and they start joking around, and Han starts introducing each of them, and basically Han's like gassing up Lino, saying like, well, this is our like stronghold, because Lino was using weights. I think it looked like a 20-pound, but no, 50-pound, but that's just me. I don't know. But he's like lifting some weights over here. And Han just starts like gassing him up, saying like, yeah, look at those strong thighs and this and that. Now that's just from my assumption that he's saying that, because I didn't understand a word that they were saying. But from the looks of it, that's what he was saying.
That's my man. Yeah,
Well,
that's mine.
Yeah, exactly.
If anybody knows anything about Lino's thighs, it would be Han.
Yeah. Well, Lino then gives the weights to Felix and starts to show him like, oh, this is how it's done. You want to get these legs, and he starts like going downwards and feeling his thighs. He's like, make sure they're tough right there, and all this other stuff. And then Lino then starts picking out like clothes for Felix. I think they were also doing another music video, and they were like picking out outfits to wear, because Felix was picking out outfits, then Lino picked out outfits, and Han picked out outfits, and then it switched to Hyunjin and Changbin standing back to back in a room, and it looked like they were measuring their heights. And
That was a short
obviously-
stick.
Yeah.
Couldn't help it. I had to.
Yeah, so they're measuring the heights, and Changmin was just like, oh, and he calls Sungmin into the room. He's like, Sungmin, Sungmin, right? Into the room, and Sungmin comes in, and the moment that Changmin sees him, he's just like, ah. And I think it's because like you can visibly see that Sungmin is obviously taller than him. So it
And that
was,
was before his growth spurt, wasn't it?
yeah, that was definitely before. So then Hyunjin and Changmin start to see like what clothes would fit Sungmin, and so they start like putting up against him, seeing like what would fit him and everything. And once he chose an outfit, he left. And then Channy, Ian, and who are in the room next trying to pick out some clothes. And
He who shall not be named.
yeah, starts to fit them. And so the episode just ended with the boys picking out what they want and like saying, okay, first of all, the outfit that Ian picked was like one of those like printed flower shirts or whatever. You know those satin shirts that are like printed like I don't know how to describe it, but it's like I'm trying to like think of something like the old time gangsters, where they wear those long sleeve printed shirts with like an image on it, either like cheetah printed or flower printed or something like that.
No.
I'll send a picture later so y'all
Okay.
can see what I mean. But I feel like that's just an Iron thing. Pick out the weirdest thing, you know?
Yeah. For someone who's into fashion, he really had no taste in sometimes.
I think that was his fashion. Is that was not tasteful to us, but he definitely thought it was tasteful.
Alrighty.
The next episode, I didn't put a lot into it because it was just Hyunjin and Ian sitting on the bed talking to the camera, and then it like zooms out and it shows Changbin, and then zooms back into just them two, just talking the whole time. And like I said, I cannot understand a word they're saying. So if they were just pretty to look at, if you want to watch that episode and don't understand, it was still a nice episode to watch. The next episode, it was basically the same thing as the last one, but they were in a car this time. Hyunjin and Ian were in a car, and once again, they were just talking the whole time. But it did look like they just got picked up from school because they were in like uniforms type thing. So, the episode after that, okay, so this one they did talk some, but this one they were basically gassing each other up and themselves. So it begins with like them looking like they were in like the recording studio, and the other boys were like doing the recordings because you can hear them like playing the music and singing and stuff like that. Except Hyunjin, he was like getting close up to the camera, and then Ian kept like pushing him away and covering his mouth. And then Hyunjin went and sat on Ian's lap, and they looked like they were just taking selfies while videotaping themselves. So they were just like feeling themselves. There was like different poses, like type thing. That literally was the whole video, was them just moving to different parts of
That's
the
mugging.
room. They literally were just moving to different parts of the room, feeling themselves, like doing different hairstyles, like putting the cap on, cap off, like uh basically, yeah, that's it. That video was them just feeling themselves. So if you like looking at them in the last video, this video they're really working it. This was a fun video to watch. The next one, it is with all the boys, and it looks like they're in like a set, standing around a table, and they're given bowls of foods. I don't know. I think they were playing like a game to see like, oh, which food was the nasty one. So they each had to eat one and see like and pick out who had the nasty food. But it didn't really stick too long to that one. It honestly moved on quickly to like the drinking portion. And with the drinking portion, it was Ian, Changbin, Han, uh, Wow, I only put so much. Basically, all of the boys except for Channy, Felix, and Hyunjin were drinking, and they each had to drink one. And Channy, Felix, and Hyunjin had to figure out who were the ones that drank the nasty, the nasty drink. And
I
so
think it
they
was
had to
vinegar.
on who drank vinegar.
Yeah.
Well, they were trying to figure it out, and they obviously lost because they didn't figure it out. It ended up being Han, Ian, and Changmin that drank the nasty drink. And so after they were done, then Channing, Felix, and Hyunjin had to drink it and see who had the nasty ones. They honestly did not have to guess at all who drank it because obviously Felix is a very
That boy
emotional
can't hide his
person.
emotions.
Yeah, so the moment
Yeah,
that he
all of
drank
his
it,
stuff is right on his face. Yep.
the moment he drank it, he was like, that scream he does, and he's like, ugh.
Yep.
So that definitely was not that hard to like. They didn't even get to guess because clearly we already knew who it was. The next episode was the same thing as the other one. Lino, Ian, Sungmin, and Hyunjin in the car just talking and laughing. Couldn't understand them. And then the last one that I had watched was Ian bursting out laughing and Han with the sticker. So you know how they put stickers on their bodies whenever they don't want to show their bodies in the videos? So Han had a sticker of his own face over his face. I don't know why. He had it over his
I don't
face like
question
that.
anything these boys do.
And he was just singing like this song, and Ian's just like loving it. He's just busting out laughing, watching him get into singing a song. And Changmin comes over and starts laughing with them. And Han was like getting into it, like really busting out his vocals, singing it. And then it moves on to like another scene of Hyunjin and Ian on Ian's back trying to eat what he was eating, which was, I guess, seaweed. And so as soon as Ian gave him like a big piece of seaweed, Hyunjin just walks away like, thank you. And then it switches to
Have a snack.
Hey, mom,
Let's go.
mom, can I have a snack? Mom.
I know. She said, "Can I have a candy or a snack?" I'm like, first of all, it's almost 8 o'clock. You're definitely not having a candy. What was I? Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't
Okay, so then the scene then flips again to Felix and Changbin, and they're just talking and acting like cute. I didn't understand a word they said, but they definitely went like high pitchy cuteness in their voices, so they were definitely talking about something. And then it flips back to Ian sitting on the couch with Lino and Sungmin kind of like laughs crazy in Ian's face, and then Lino starts to laugh crazy along with Sungmin, and the episode just honestly ended there.
With
I
more
feel like
questions than answers.
honestly, I feel like the videos are getting crazier and crazier. Now that's just me. You would think that
maybe they're
the-
just getting more comfortable being in front of the camera.
maybe I was thinking because for me myself, I was just like, you would think that as they get older, they would get more, they would calm down more. But I feel like they're gotten worse. They're getting worse.
Yeah.
In fact, it just means that they're learning more.
Especially with I think Sungmin and Ian, as they're getting more comfortable in front of the camera, they're really breaking out of their shell. Some of the stuff, like, I mean, Sungmin with the Maniac tour saying, "Don't go to other idols' concerts."
Yeah.
That was, I actually found that a little hot. I was just like, okay, you don't need to tell me twice. You'll never see me at a, like, that's it. Sungmin said it. You'll never see me at a concert. Haven't been to one. Have never been to another one.
Can't cheat on the puppy.
No.
Nah. Especially after this last thing. Holy crap. Where did he come from? He's been hiding all that up in there.
These youngins. The younger ones
Ian,
are maturing beautifully.
Yeah.
they need to leave Ian alone. Don't touch him with no scissors. Don't touch him with no hair dye.
Oh, I know. He's definitely filling his Cheerios out.
And
Uh-oh.
kudos to the new stylist.
Come here, Benny.
Oh no.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, their new stylist is awesome.
But I want to know why Felix has been having his hood up. I hope he didn't cut his hair.
I don't think he did. I think it was pulled back in a bun, and so you saw just the shorter part of his bangs.
Oh.
But he did have his hoodie up, so who knows? Benny,
I don't know.
come
Some
here.
of these guys crack me up that the more that they try and hide their hair, they end up spoiling it and making a bigger deal out of it than.
I know, right? Like Hyunjin. That was so funny.
Oh my God.
Oh, I see.
What?
I was yeah, when y'all were bringing up the pictures, I just had to go back and relook at it. And I just passed by that the pictures, the flowers that you said like, oh, I sent it in earlier. I was like, oh, okay, I see.
Oh, okay. I'll just leave it to other stays to figure that one out. Yeah, I'll let them do it and then I'll look later.
No, I would
What?
never. And then he said, if he ever cuts his hair, my hair will be cut into fourths.
Yeah, Mr. IN is looking really good right now. I can see everybody's like hyping up this Met Gala thing. I'm like, do you realize the people that run that is the same kind of people that you're boycotting, or has that not dawned on you yet?
They're only like, I don't think.
Not only that, it's like there was one year they were $30,000 a ticket. I can see those boys spending money on something way better than that shit.
30,000. Wait, you said $30,000 a ticket?
Yeah, and that was several years ago.
That's like a whole car. Me.
I don't know what car you're buying. My car wouldn't know $30,000. I wish it had been $30,000, but it was not.
Okay, but that's at least most of a car payment.
Oh God,
Down payment. Dang girl, what car you got?
a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh damn.
Well, we only have one car dealership here, and it takes hours to go to another one to get repaired. So you buy local.
I got my car like a few years back before all this crap started happening.
Yeah, we had a night. We had one. It was a Nissan Pathfinder, and it was awesome. But then these two dipshits hit me. One in May, and then I had literally that same week, finally gotten it out of the shop, and then another dipshit came in and like totaled the entire driver's side, and so it never drove. It never drove right after that. Those two dumbasses.
And they didn't have insurance or anything like that?
No, they did, but it just never drove right after that because it messed up the frame up underneath it and everything. It did not drive right. There was a lot of wind noise. It was bad. So we had to get rid of it.
I'm trying to decide if I should get a new car or if I should just like not waste it on something else. My car's still usable.
Depends on how soon you're leaving your country.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was just like, save money for rent and stuff, or
Yeah.
buy a new car that I'm probably not gonna be able to take with me.
You could take it with you, but it'd cost you an arm and a leg.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I said I'm not gonna be able to take it with me.
Oh,
Not to mention, you get over there, pretty much everything would be walkable, so you might not even need a car.
That is
yeah.
true. That's true. And heck, you know what? I need to do my walking anyways. I'm kind of scared I'm gonna get lost in in Korea though.
You've got to,
Like they
you'll
have
have a map app.
yeah, I know. Like I saw that you sent me that, but I'm just like, still, what if I'm like confused?
Well,
Like it says
you're
go
gonna
this
be
way.
you're gonna be confused because, well, you're Claudia.
I know. We all see what I can do. I can make the impossible possible.
If anyone could get confused, it would be you.
I know. I'm actually a very bad directionalist. One time, I like was driving somewhere. I think I was driving from Austin trying to get back to where I live. And like I somehow ended up passing by my town and moving on to another one. And like luckily I've been in that area, so I was just like, where am I? And then I recognized it like, oh, I know because I normally use maps just in case. Like I use yeah, I use maps to tell like my GPS thing to tell me where I need to go. And sometimes I know where I'm going because I've driven around that area like so many times, but I still use my maps just in case. And my phone had died at that time. So I was just like, oh, crap, how do I get back? Like, I don't know. Like, what is north and south? Was I, am I north or am I south? I don't know. So I had ended up driving past my town into another town. But luckily I recognized that town and I managed to get myself back home. But it was a long drive. I think I ended up getting back home at like 1 in the morning or something. I don't know.
Gosh.
But I finally like found somewhere. Oh, that's how I got back home actually. I found somewhere to get my phone charged, and I called my mom. I was like, "Mama, where am I?" And so they like GPS tracked me. I find my iPhone. They're like, "Okay, keep going this way."
Hey, Claudia, you're not going to be able to do that in Korea.
I know. I know. Hey, I think I gotten better though. Okay, thank you. I think I gotten better. Actually, like a few months back, I somehow ended up in Pflugerville into Buda, but I was trying to go to Taylor. So,
All I have to say is thank God Claudia's not driving in South Korea.
oh girl, I would definitely
There
like,
is
I was
public
thinking that same
transportation
thing.
for a reason.
That's what I was thinking too. I was just like, I am definitely scared to even think to drive over there because like, would it? I like got myself comfortable on driving around here. I can't imagine driving in a place I don't know how they drive.
Oh, well, the traffic is no joke, that's for sure. You know, you've got 300 million people living in a 5 square foot mile. So,
Yeah, plus like aren't they like a little bit safer drivers because you know Texas drivers are insane.
mm, no, no. I think they're stupid drivers over there too. Ah, crap, I did the wrong one again. Where's the other one? Ah, no. What?
Oh, Liz is like, when did he lose Felix?
Felix gets lost often.
I know.
I don't know why they just don't like literally put a leash around that kid because he's going to end up somewhere that he's not supposed to be every single time.
Like in that one performance of Top Line when someone was pulling him by he had a chain thing around his neck and someone was pulling him across the stage.
Oh yeah.
And Felix looks over and he's like, "Do you see this crap?"
It's like, well, if you wouldn't get lost, they wouldn't have to leash you. But even at that one award show, I think Kendall was supposed to keep up with Felix and he lost him. So I was like, Hyunjin
Literally
is
have
not
a
a
game
very
plan
good
of their daily show.
babysitter.
There's like one of y'all have to have like who's gonna watch Felix this time?
I know, right? It's like whose turn is it
They'll
to be
have
in
to
charge
bring
of
back the
Felix?
handcuffs just so someone can be cuffed to Felix.
Yeah.
That thing I have with my daughter where they handcuff me on mine and handcuff her and like we stick together.
That or have like one of those kitty leashes where it's like a monkey backpack.
That would look so cute on him. Like his chicky backpack.
Yes.
Those
Honestly, I
backpacks
would
are
love.
super cute.
You know what? If I
They were
ever go to a fan meet, that's what I'm bringing as Felix's gift.
Felix is the real stray of stray kids.
Really is. Mainly because everybody loves him and just wants to run up and give him hugs. And then he just kind of goes with the flow at that point. Like that guy
He's
from
adorable.
Treasure. And then the Bayo, whatever his name is from TXT came up because he didn't want to miss out on Felix's hug.
What group kidnapped him on stage?
Which time?
I don't know. There's the one picture where he's huge, big smile right in the middle of everybody.
Was it just this last year?
Yes.
Like during the Christmas show? That's the one I was talking about. It's like during the big Christmas
It might
shows,
have
the
been.
guy or whatever, and IN went and grabbed him, and then Bayo, whatever his name is from TXT, like was jumping all over IN, patting each other's asses and shit.
NCT. Okay.
Yeah, NCT. That's who started out with him. Whoops.
Yes,
Wrong
Liz.
one.
And Hyunjin now runs from production staff.
Oh, every time. Every time. He's always the last one to leave, and they're the ones chasing him off. There it is. But it's just because he wants to make sure he sees every stay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hyunjin really, 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 really loves Stay. And I think a lot of that is because of the ones that stood by him during his thing. He realized that. So anyway.
So in other
Same
words,
bull crap.
you can't let Hyunjin and Felix go around by themselves too much because
Oh God, no. They
they'll
would
just
both be
disappear.
chased off and lost.
Genjo will be running off and Felix will be getting lost.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay, how that works.
You know what though? Felix did the same thing though when they were telling him, oh, he don't have time to say hi to Stays or whatever, and he went past like everybody to go say bye to them during one of the fashion shows.
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah.
Ian did the same thing.
Yeah, they did. And that was at the fashion shows. The security guards were, I'm sure, in a panic.
They're like, because
Like,
Ian was
you don't
running late to
understand.
the event. But he
Ian
still,
didn't make the event. Are you kidding me? He missed the entire event. Ian missed the entire event because of the weather and the traffic, and they didn't get him going in time. Yeah, he missed the entire fashion event, and he was the MVP.
Yeah.
That sucked. Oops, my bad.
Yeah, Hyunjin can't even keep track of himself, let alone like he lost Felix's credit card.
Yeah. And Felix was so sweet about that. I would have been panicked, but I'm not the one throwing $250,000 cash at people either. So
I feel like it would take a lot to make Felix mad. But once he was mad, because he's a Virgo, he's just like me, same birth date. Once I get mad, don't act like you're the one's put out when you're the one who got me there.
Yeah. Same. Like I am the calmest on the outside, but people just don't realize I have the biggest temper. I just keep it hidden.
Well, it's
So
because you
I'm
don't have
like,
money for bail.
yeah,
I do have to remind myself of that sometimes.
Yep. Like my GoFundMe for bail is not where it needs to be yet. I need to calm down.
I'm sure if I didn't have my daughter, I'd probably have ended up in jail. To be completely honest. I guess she keeps me out of it. Good for you.
Alrighty. Uh, yeah, our kids will never not say hi and buy it to stay. They know where they came from. They know why they're where they are. They're not stupid.
Yeah.
I really love the kids simply because they're so humble about it. Sometimes I wonder if they realize just how famous they are. I mean, I'm sure they do, but they don't act like it. Oh, what?
He said, we are stay and stray kids are stray kids. It is because the R is stray kid and stray kids means rich. Which, if you think about it though, if you think about it, they literally treat us like we're rich. And we keep on complaining that we're broke, but somehow come up with money to buy the things we need.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we
I
are
always
broke,
think about
but
that one live that Han did, and somebody's like, I'm broke. Can you send me money? And he's like, send me your bank info. And then all these people all of a sudden started sending him his bank info. And he's like, whoa, 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 stop, stop, stop. Like, don't open your mouth unless you want it to come true, because we ain't shy.
or this one thing I saw. What's going on? This one thing I saw where this girl, she's like, got my new credit card. And nobody hesitated to use that credit card to buy crap.
And nobody is what?
Because she showed both sides of her credit card and didn't blur it out. And nobody was shy to use that credit card to start buying stuff with it.
Ooh.
So I was like, crap, I wish I would have been there. I was too
I
little
could
too late.
see, I could see Sunman pickpocketing JYP and doing that to JYP.
The thing is, Sunmin is like, his family is filthy rich. He doesn't need to do stuff like that. I can see him doing it just to be a menace, but like the
No, I
time
mean
he
actually showing JYP's credit card online
oh
somewhere.
yeah. Yeah, let's go see if he has that black card with unlimited unlimited
Honestly.
everything. It's like,
You,
yeah.
who was it that said it? Was it like you or Liz that were talking about that time that Estee stole JYP's phone?
Yeah,
Yes,
I didn't post that. I think Liz or somebody posted that.
I posted it that
Oh,
someone stole the phone, and when they called from JYP's phone, he didn't answer.
They
But when
wouldn't
they
answer.
called from their number,
I never heard that, and so when I saw that, I busted out laughing. So it's just like that goes
That
to
is so
show.
Sunman. Sunman ain't joking when he says he doesn't like JYP. He ain't joking. I think that's why he clowns him so much.
Benny, though, my God, his hate for JYP runs deep.
Well, yeah, because he insulted his brothers
I know,
Yeah.
seriously.
on multiple occasions. Multiple occasions he did that to Channy.
Yeah, no, that's still like ugh, hurts my nerves.
Like, I know that Han was his first kid and blah blah blah, but Benny really is his best friend.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, more so than the other guys.
Don't insult Sungmin like that.
What?
Oh
Good.
no. Absolutely
No,
not.
no, 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 no.
Absolutely not.
We're gonna have to disagree on that one.
Yeah.
Sunman is just Sunman. He cracks me up. You never know what he's gonna do. He's the wild card of the bunch. That's for sure. And all the teasing and things, I think he brings a lot of that stuff on himself by some of the stuff that he does. I don't know what he does, but even Hyunjin's like would rather take 50 Lee Knows over 50 Sunmen, so you know that's got to be bad. Yeah,
Nothing will beat
neither
though that
one.
live, them doing the station head and Chan's trying to referee between Changbin and Sungmin as they're hitting each other in the background, and Chan's just going, no hitting, no hitting.
I missed that one.
Yeah, I remember.
I knew they were having it, but I think I fell asleep or something before they came on.
It's always chaotic when they're on there too. Like I think Hyunjin is the one that's constantly like switching up the music, like doesn't even like let it play for a few seconds before he's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
What are you doing?
I'm working on my stuff.
What the?
My stuff. I'm putting them in my folders, but I'm having to make things because they're a weird ass size, like all this other shit.
Okay, so why don't we go over the lore that was put in?
Okay, I'll let you do that.
Okay, let me see.
Okay.
Okay, here's something. She says, going back to IN and Stray Kids Code episode 3, what if, just what if, that's not IN? Now hear me out, think about it. IN already saw his clone during District 9, I am not error. But what if IN is still in the district and the government replaced him with a clone last minute? That's why IN can't graduate. He still has to stay in high school to still play and act as the original IN, else he explodes. He can't change himself or else quite literally he dies. The voices telling to not graduate is not the Stray Kids we know. Those are the clones made by the government. However, IN still has to play the role, so if anyone else talks to him, he would most likely not listen to them, but instead listen to Stray Kids. Now he's stuck in an infinite loop, eating cafeteria food for the rest of his days as the OG Stray Kids moves on to the next universe. But that's just a theory. The game theory. Real talk, this Stray Kids code might be related to 19 and Chronosaurus. Can we talk about it real quick? 19 and Chronosaurus. Is that how you say it? Chronosaurus?
I think so. Chronosaurus.
Chronosaurus have one thing in common: the fear of growing up, time passing. You know what's funny? Because Channy's superpower that he wants is to control time. So the fact that a lot of their stuff has to do with like time is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he doesn't want to be old.
Yeah. I think he's the type that when he finally like starts to be happy, he wants to keep it stay still, so that way he'll always be happy. 19 and Chronosaurus have one thing in common: the fear of growing up and time passing. Chronosaurus talking about chronophobia, the fear of time passing by. I think that's what he has. And 19 talking about how they don't want to grow up, the fear of growing up. At the end of this episode, what are Stray Kids warning Ian not to do? Graduate. They don't want him to grow up, turn into a full-grown adult. They have the fear of seeing Ian grow up and actually face reality. I'm thinking the government from Klee Moreau got some to do this. The Ian we know, aka the OG Ian, is still in the district. However, the Ian in District Kids code, that's a clone. And the voices telling him not to graduate are the other clones of Stray Kids, warning of what will happen to him if he ever wants to graduate. The original Ian, the Ian in the district, is still a mere teenager, mainly in his high school senior years, apparently so around 17, 18. But the clone has to play that role. That clone can't change himself unless the original Ian changes first, or else he explodes. So yeah, that's it for that theory. And then the lore of the day. Oh, she's doing lore of days. Look at that. Lore of the day. I Am Who. Now, not a lot of people know this, but during I Am Who, it shows that Felix didn't really know who he was or what his purpose in life was. During Who, I feel like that was a lot of them, because that's like the whole point of them calling themselves Stray Kids, because at that point in their life, they didn't know where they were headed. They didn't know who they were. They didn't know anything. So of course they were always strange.
Questioning. They were questioning.
Yeah, basically. So I've heard that it was. During Who, the introduction track, he starts off with I am who, I am what, what's the reason for my real existence? Ooh. But you know, they couldn't just have a whole TED talk with him about who he is and how he's important in life. But you know, no biggie, we'll just go with my pace. Felix in the lore mainly gets influence from other people, clearly having no idea who he is. I mean, look at him. How gullible do you need to be to find your friends that are most likely clones and end up just like them? Cough, ordinary. Plus, he always gains his strange behaviors from the boys, so that's that. But moving on. Going on to my page, it shows that Lino disappears during a VCR scene. But I have a tiny bit of a theory. What if the government was actually watching them and might have knew they were running away from society and quite literally being delinquents? So of course, you know what they did? Sabotage the elevator so it can take them right back to square one during Clear Monroe. But hey, we'll talk about that tomorrow. During my page, it seemed that Lino has some kind of connection. Why else would he be cut out of the picture? They always seem to cut out the important characters. Spoiler alert, the same thing happened to Felix during Ordinary, sadly. Then moving on to Awkward Silence. You might think it's all sunshine and rainbows and crap, but think about it. For a good 2 seconds, is it? Well, absolutely not. Ha 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 ha. Oh, she puts like commentary in there. It kind of shows, well, it's like she basically took her thoughts and put it onto the paper, onto the Discord. It kind of shows, well, the district before they were wanted criminals for treason. Treason. They were just kids wanting to have fun, but the district can never have fun, can we? Ugh, it's giving K-pop stands.
It reminds me of like the Divergent movie series. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. What if that's what they're getting it off of? They like watch
I'm
that
so
series
disappointed.
They just watch that series and you're like, you know what? I'm feeling it.
I read those books before I watched the movie.
I watched the movies before.
The books are better.
Yeah. The books are always better though.
Oh, well, yeah, because they don't leave us much out.
The books give more detail in it. In the district, it's boring. You're bored, you're mad, you're anything but happy. But these kids were special. Like the odd star among all the normal ones, as class reference. They're able to be happy and express joy. So what do you think they did? Try to spread joy and happiness. But that didn't work out for them, did it? No, it didn't actually. Now they're criminals on the run. But I digress. Clearly, they found the elevator and wanted to reverse this nightmare. I mean, who wouldn't? I would have. It ended up messing it up and ending right back to square one and falling for another trap. I mean, it was kind of obvious the government screwed around with the elevator. How would they end up coming right back to it if they were trying to escape? And now, kids, see what happens when you let the government fix your shit and it makes more problems for yourself and the government.
Never trust
Nobody
the
wins.
government.
Nobody wins. Okay, the next lore of the day. I love that she does that. That's so. It's I am who? I am not who. I am you. Oh
I am
my
not.
baby. I am you. It says, oh my baby, I forgot about her. Well, folks, we made it sort of back to square one, but after a whole marathon of running, we're getting somewhere. After walking and tons of it, we were greeted with Changmin sort of breaking the camera that the government set up for them to watch them. Good job, Changmin.
No more Ed TV.
Right. Now for I am you, we're finally getting some identity, question mark. Now Stray Kids is basically 9, now 8 soulmates, and they need to stay together. They each got their personality that just sticks with each other, which is true. They're finally stepping out of their bored, meaningless, unseasoned personalities and finally see the joy in their friendship and who they are. I mean, it talks countless of times in the song on how they'll stuck together and hell till this day they're still stuck like glue. Who can break them apart? Yeah, no joke. Going to the bathrooms, need to sleep together, like
Yeah, they
literally.
depend so much on each other. Just like Hyunjin said, without Stray Kids, there's no Hyunjin. And I think they all feel that way. Like
Mhm.
without their brothers, they are nobody. They're either
Like they
8 or
said,
they're nothing.
technically for Channy, each of the 7 kids is a piece that he finally gained back.
Yeah.
So if he loses one piece, it literally is breaking the puzzle.
Yeah.
Which is probably what happened when Woonjin left. Like, well, there goes a piece of the puzzle. You gotta fix it back up
No,
again.
I don't think he was ever a piece of the puzzle.
What if this whole time, like, he wasn't a piece of the puzzle? Like, he was just a piece that got mixed in, and it just didn't fit anywhere. And so, like, each time they, whenever you're trying to shove a piece into the puzzle, and it like messes it up more and more.
No, because I don't shove shit where it doesn't belong.
Okay, but not everybody's like you, Tanya. Sometimes a piece looks like it goes there, okay?
I tell my husband that often. It doesn't belong there. Quit trying to shove it in.
Sometimes it looks like it goes there. It's just like it looks like it fits, but yeah, something's off with it. Like, what's going on?
Like I spaced out. Listen, I spaced out for like 2 seconds, and then I come back to don't shove shit where it doesn't belong.
That's what you get for sleeping on us.
I know.
I looked down at the comments. I was trying to read the comments, and
because they're talking about the cats and
my ears
babysitting and stuff like that.
to don't shove shit where it doesn't belong. I keep having to tell my husband that.
That could be taken in so many ways, but I meant it in the most innocent kind of way because he does try to shove shit where it don't belong. Quit trying to stick a fucking circle in a square hole. Doesn't work. Stop. Y'all can stop now.
I'm trying to like look at where I was at. Okay. Also, it shows how Ian and Chan are sort of connected in some way, according to the music video picture below. They clearly show a strong connection in the music video with them finally outside of this district and free to do whatever. So starting off into the sunset, all is peaceful, right? Wrong. We still have Fleetwood Row where everything goes wrong. But that's for tomorrow. Lore of the day. More like yesterday, but Play 1, Monroe. So when you try to outrun the government, you end up going right back to them. Yes, I know, seriously. Sadly. Sometimes curiosity just gets the best of us, and that could be a little bit tricky if you wanted criminals on the run for treason. You know what they say?
No, what do they say?
I was thinking about it. They said something. Oh, yeah. Curiosity killed the cat. But you know what I say?
Don't be a pussy.
No, I was gonna say satisfaction brought it back, but okay. I guess that works too. La, 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 la. Well, back to the elevator we go then. It can't be
I
that
did
bad,
not-
right?
I don't know where that singing came from, but okay.
Sometimes when I'm thinking, it just pops out. Or
You're
when
what? Thanking?
I, when I'm thinking. Ma'am, you're distracting me. I'm trying to read.
You snort.
Okay, where was I? Oh, well, back to the elevator we go. It can't be that bad, right? Wrong. We were already expecting this, but like the government strikes back. I'm thinking that the government finally figured out the elevator and, sabotaged it because we can't have anything nice in the district like Earth. So instead of actually escaping this, girl, tell me why that sounded like Aflac.
I don't know.
I was just like, okay.
Do I
I
sound
don't know, we're
like
filming
that?
a commercial here.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, right. I was like, you know how that situation when you like remember seeing something, so it just pops up out of your mouth. I thought that was what was happening in that second. Okay, so that just happens to me.
I think we've lost her.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, what was I? Oh, okay. So instead of actually escaping this universe to go to another, it's been postponed to Clee Levanter for a third time, sadly. Now you're back in the city where everyone goes, all hail the government, aka the district. Now what do? We'll get out, obviously. After quite literally fearing God into the government to flee the district themselves, or at least we think, but hey, talk about double standards when it comes to law. Spoiler alert, they're still watching through the weirdest ways. Like, seriously, a henchman disguised as a bus driver during Yellowwood? Are y'all that shallow? Now the kids now face a new problem, growing up. Ew, growing up, am I right?
Best thing about
Kronos-
growing up is you have adult money. Everything
Did we
else
though?
sucks.
Did we though?
No, really, it's
I
the
feel like
kids'
I never
money.
have any money. Yeah, seriously. Chronosaurus and 19 all walk in. Now, don't you hate it when you realize your 19 is now a young adult?
Alexa,
Yeah,
off.
I agree. But Sally, we must keep going. But hey, it's all fun and games until Ian, if that's his real name, explodes. Am I right? Drake is code 3, episode 3 a reference. But real talk, what if Ian knows everything because he's actually a clone and the government has been spilling everything to him? Dun dun dun. I'll follow up with that in Yellowwood lore. Plea number 2, Yellowwood. Well, how about we take a tiny bit of a detour, shall we? Yes. Next stop, Yellowwood, where you can actually, you can quite literally experience all these random side effects. That's why you don't become an idol, kids. They're just like, just letting you know, this all seems glamorous, but there's some side effects to being an idol.
Yeah, because we hadn't all seen that shit happen.
Yeah. Also, like during District 9, my pace, IMU, and the side effects, it seems like the government has been watching them. Well, duh, how do you think they're sabotaging everything? Think smarter,
Right.
not harder. Moving on. In this era, Shen just seems like the puppet on strings, but like completely out of his own will. He knows something. Anxious, nervous, agitated, something you expect in a hellhole called this district, and you're desperately trying to survive. But we'll talk about that later. Keep that in mind. Now, on our lovely trip, we meet, well, we'll just call him Mr. Bus Driver Guy, if that's his real name. Is it just me, or did that man give me icky vibes?
Is it the same dude in Megaverse, the security guard
You know what?
person?
I don't know. I don't know. I need to go back and check that. That'd be funny if it is. Is it probably a hunchman sent from the government to watch every move? I mean, hey, you know how expensive security cameras are and how even more expensive it is to know that 9 stupid little teenagers are running around and breaking them? Yeah, I thought so. But after that trip, they finally experienced the first eclipse. Just kidding. It's two universes colliding again. Don't mind it. It happens again during God's menu. How do you think Felix is floating upside down during Maniac? But back to side effects. A nice ride on a rusty cart looking thing. But you know, even rusty go-kart looking things run out of gas. Oh great, now we're stranded. Now what do we do? The government should be could be watching us. Let's take a picture. No, bitch, that's bad. And now Sungmin and Hyunjin are fighting. Like, damn, Hyunjin, it's just a picture. After a quite literal 5-second brawl, they just continue on their very disappointing journey, financially, that is. But hey, again, they're teenagers. They could explain ordinary, but I digress. But he wakes up and finds a key. Time to unlock the Vancer, guys. Let's go. But again, for tomorrow, oh look, you put something in here. K-pop, new K-pop fan listening and learning. Subscribe for the first time.
I did
What's
that.
that? K-pop auntie? That doesn't go in lore.
Oh. No, it does. She like gives different theories and stuff,
Oh, okay. I'll look
but
it
I haven't got to
up.
listen to it yet.
Okay, bear with me. I gotta focus on Double Knot and Levanter. This is just kind of overall. The lore of the day. Clear clean number 3, Levanter. Wow, Levanter, such a lovely error. So we see about 2 universes here. Universe 1, the afterlife. Universe 2, Levanter. Can you guess the difference? Yes, you can. Now, Han is kind of the explorer. He's mostly seeing where the boys are not, trying to uncover hidden mysteries, Easter eggs, etc. Going into 5-star era. But in this case, he's kind of trapped, but on the other side. But you know, he does a little oopsie, ends up on the other side. Whoops. Reminder thing about Maniac in this scenario. Double reminder, the other side is not the afterlife. We'll talk about the view later. After running back into the elevator for the 143rd time, seems like they always run to the elevator for their problems. Sungmin, hey, you know what? I've heard a lot of problems get solved in the elevator.
I'm not even gonna comment. Nope. Not gonna do it.
Sungmin is trying to kind of save Han, like telling him to wake up and, you know, standing universes again, and that's not good. That's where they kind of screw up. Now, 7, that's in the Vancer universe. Felix is trying to at least stop this mess. Ooh, shiny powers. Because, you know, the Megaverse was kind of on life support. Yikes. Why would you bend universes when you don't even know how to? But at the same time, it was good for a good cause. But one problem, Sungmin was still in the elevator. So as someone that is desperately trying to fight for his life, he presses multiple buttons to try to make it stop. Which is stupid because, like, why would you mess with the magical elevator? Honestly, though, everybody knows that pushing all the buttons on an elevator can mess it up, like, too, in a regular elevator. Constantly, like, you know, pushing the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Levancer
Like an
universe is
elf.
kind Levancer universe is kind of not good at the moment. Things are going wrong. Earthquakes happening. Yikes. Channing walks in clearly under the protection of Felix because how is he not hurt? Aussie duo supremacy. How do you say supremacy? Supremacy.
Supremacist.
Supremacy. But like Felix is trying to stop this mess, and kudos to him for that, to be honest. Clap for him. Oh, Honey's back. And oh shit, you turned the key. What have you done? Then a elevator malfunctions, and that's not good. That could have died people. Oh, we're back at the actual Levanter universe. Yeah, if the quotes weren't obvious enough, I was kind of talking about the borderline between Yellowwood and Levanter, but oh well. We found a walk-in door looking thingy. Pics below, promise. Time to walk directly into the trap again. Yep. And that was the last of it. That was interesting. I was definitely taken into a Alice in Wonderland type thing over here.
Horror is just not my superpower. I guess I just don't pay close enough attention That'd be my guess.
Sometimes when I watch a music video, I'm like, ooh, pretty. It's like a movie.
Tell me
Yeah.
why my brain, it just clicked that they were in an elevator in Megaverse.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
what?
if you look at,
That
if
was
you look-
literally the intro.
I know. And it just didn't click.
and it seems like when you look at them in the elevator, because it's mirrored, it's not them in the mirror part. Does that make sense?
Right, because when Chan looked over, it was Felix.
Yeah, it's messed up. It's not a mirror. It's like a one-way, or I don't know how to explain it. Anyway,
It's
it's
like
not
a
them
police
in
mirror thing.
a one-way thing. I don't know how to explain it.
The question is that we can see them, but when they look at the mirror, can they see themselves, or can they see each other? That's the
I
question.
don't know. I don't know. Good question. I think they see themselves, but it's not their selves they're actually seeing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. What if the reason why it's Felix and Bing Chan that married with each other and looking at each other is because like they're the same people in different universes? I don't know. Because they're both Australian.
Well, I know that Felix calls himself the conductor. And if you remember in that award show, he was literally the conductor. He was up on the stage conducting music.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember which award show it was. Was it a Wonder Show? It might just been a show, but yeah, you don't remember that one? He was like standing up on stage. He walks up by himself, and then he's like conducting an orchestra.
Oh. Yes, I do recall that a little bit, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
And
I
the
don't remember if
golden
it's
disc.
AAA or Golden Disc. I don't remember which one it is.
Let's just said it was GDA 2024 in January. Oh, that happened recently?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Tag, who's next?
Ugh. Um, Liz put something in the gym part. It was like a dance thing that probably should have been in the dance part.
Oh yeah.
And he talked about in the dance part. Let me see. Someone that does slow mode and S5. Is that the one? I don't remember. She introduces herself, Stray Kids 143, and of course explained. So we have some choreo tutorials in the dance. And Just Breathe with Han. Liz gave a mental therapy playlist if you need it for Spotify.
In the which
Huh? And Just Breathe with Han. And in the Three Roches studio, I'm not sure what this is. It's not mine.
wait, what? Mental therapy playlist? Silent Crime
Some
Only 3? That's supposed to be
somebody
like
somebody posted about the new single in Three Racha. I know I posted a crap ton in, well, not a crap ton, but in the Lee Knows, I posted a white chicken enchilada recipe, chicken fried rice recipe, something about cabbage with eggs tastes better than meat,
Ugh,
and
what tastes better than meat?
cabbage with eggs. I don't know. Not a big cabbage
No,
person.
I'm just saying, like, I'm a meat person. What tastes
I have two.
better?
And then I
Oh.
guess I posted something about a burger on the Blackstone Grill. We don't even have a thing for ours yet.
The husky burgers.
And then there's nothing new in Felix's because that was from last week. Sunman Salon. Liz talks about using rice water for your hair and how her scalp and hair is doing really well. And then I have a ton of stuff that I posted. Well, not a ton of stuff. I have stuff I posted in Beautiful with Ian.
I keep forgetting
Feline
about
wants to
that.
take
Like
that.
the amount of times that I make rice and I clean it all the time, and I keep forgetting.
Yeah,
to save
you should be
water
keeping
to
that
use-
water. Yeah.
I
When
just
I
made
do
rice
it,
yesterday.
I use the
Yeah.
first wash to water my plants. The second one I'll use for my hair, and then the third one I'll use for my face.
There you go then. Do you want to do the
Get like one of those
Beautiful?
5-gallon buckets and start taking-
I don't make that much rice.
I
don't
make
make
that
any
much
rice.
rice. Like I said, I just made rice yesterday.
Kind of going back to Lino's Taste, I did go to that K-Pot restaurant, which is actually a chain. It's, I guess, primarily on the East Coast, but is starting to work its way across. They just opened one in Harrisburg near me, and they're going to be opening one in York, so in my city. It was like $31, but it's all you can eat, and it's hot pot and grill. And they've got all sorts of meats. They've got beef, pork, chicken, shrimp, and then a whole bar of appetizers, fruits, desserts, different dipping sauces. So because it's all you can eat, like you can't take any leftovers or anything home with you. So it was just my mom and I that went yesterday. You definitely have to be a little bit strategic when you go in there because we filled up quick, and they do reserve the right to charge you $14 a pound for food waste.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. First of all, I love all you can eat places. Like every time I choose a place, I'm like, is it all you can eat? But they charge for not eating it all. It's okay.
So the nice thing is if you start out slow, you can put an order in every 5 minutes. So if you only just get like a couple meats, one for each of you, and a couple veggies to throw on the grill, 5 minutes later, you can put another order in if you want something else or want something different.
So kind of like Red Lobsters whenever they do that endless shrimp.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. So we had like the pork belly and bulgogi chicken. We did shrimp, ribeye. But I mean, the stuff that I was seeing come out even for other tables, it was incredible. The food was amazing. Definitely would go again. Definitely would be a little bit more strategic to go back. But then with the Beautiful, I had kind of an update on the Ruby Kisses makeup brand that I had talked about before. I ended up going, there was a beauty supply store that was right next door to K-Pot. Went in there, they had the Ruby Kisses brand, and it looks like most of their stuff is like $6 and under. So super affordable Korean skincare brand, and like their liquid mascara, or not mascara, liquid eyeliner was only like $2. Liquid blush or cream blush was only like $4. So super affordable. I'm going to give them a shot this week. I know I'm looking a little toe-like today with no makeup or anything on, but
Oh, shut up.
So anyway, I'll be giving them a try. I saw the article that you posted, the 39 Korean beauty products, and I was looking at the Etude House eye cream. Etude is actually a pretty big brand in Korea. So I really want to try some of their stuff and ramen. The Beauty of Joseon eye serum, I have actually been using that, and I'm not consistent with it, to be perfectly honest, so I'm not seeing much of a difference, but I just was looking through this, and I probably have half of the stuff that's on this list already.
Now, ColourPop just came out with a Beauty and the Beast collab, but I'm unclear as to whether I want to spend that money or not. I mean, it's pretty, but it's just the colors are very, very pale, which is great, but sometimes you don't get a lot of payload when they're really light like that. So
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty. It's a really cool collab. I mean, if I may order it next week if they still have any available. But
have you gone on ColourPop's website with the clearance stuff that's like 80% off?
No, I try to stay away from there.
Well, if you're ever looking for something specific, especially they had the what was the one? My brain has ceased to function today. There was an anime that they had done a palette for.
Oh yeah, I already have those.
Oh, they had it on there for 80% off.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
I think I got it at 60.
Another thing that I was seeing on here with that list was the Kahi Balm, which I did get that at H Mart. I absolutely love that.
From ColourPop?
No, the Kahi, the Korean balm that was on that list, the 39 items.
You know I don't read what I put in there, right?
You know what?
How did I get 2 of these? What?
Takaki.
The Kahi. Hold on, I'll send it to you.
That I can't tell if you're still talking about like makeup or if you're talking about food.
It's kind of a skin. I moved on to the makeup stuff. It's a skincare item that it's one of those items that they have advertised in K-dramas and stuff like that, when like they give it as a gift and the woman immediately opens it and uses it on her face.
Thing or something?
Yes.
It's like, yeah. I remember that. I remember seeing that because they keep on doing, like, they keep popping that up everywhere, and I'm just like, they must really like that or something. I don't know.
Is it that moisture stick? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Yeah. I do really like that.
Like, that's what they give as gifts and everything. Like,
I don't know if they actually legit give that as gifts or if that's just their product placement because they do like the ads inside of the K dramas.
Yeah.
Which one was I watching? Uncanny Counter. I watched, and that was given as a gift in the show, and she immediately pulls it out, and she's just like, "Oh, it feels so good on the skin."
Pretty sure that's called a commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just funny how like over the top and obvious it is whenever they bring certain products out. I even saw it in Marry My Husband with like a food product where there's two women that are sitting down talking at a table and like all of a sudden now they're eating this porridge and it's like the bag is on the table with them and it's like what the heck is going on here?
With the brother, the guy's sister or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a good show.
That was a good show. I loved it. Like I watched the comic before I watched the show. And so like
Yeah, and I did.
This was the first time. Well, this was the first time that I actually liked how they made the show based off of the comic. Because you know how sometimes they like take stuff out of the comic as they make it into the show? Well, they added stuff into the show that was not in the comic that I thought was pretty clever. Like that, you know, where he had that blue heart right there on his chest.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the comic.
Really?
That was not in the comic. And I was just like, the dad's basically saying, I'm giving this to you with my love.
Have you seen any of like the variety show stuff that male lead has done? He is freaking hilarious. He is so funny. And then the male antagonist or whatever, the real butthead, he is also hilarious on TikTok. His stuff is, oh my God.
And I gotta go check. I saw some of their behind the scenes that I thought was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Like the fact
and I'm over here. I don't know what the fuck y'all are even talking about.
Well, maybe if you watch it, ma'am. That we've been talking about this for a while. I feel like
Marry My Husband was really good. It honestly made me like enraged. I have never gotten so mad at characters before. Usually you can just kind of like, man, whatever. And I'm watching this and I'm like, this bitch.
Yeah.
I have.
And you've never watched Under the Queen's Umbrella. I wanted to slit that mother-in-law's throat so bad. Like she lasted 8 episodes, far too long.
Really?
Yes. Like that bitch needs to die.
Girl, you know those ads that always pop up when you're like looking at something and it's like these little drama films, like short stories or whatever. Have you ever seen those? It's like where like
the little like
TikTok,
the little like 3-minute things, but you have to pay for a subscription.
Yeah,
those drive me nuts.
Okay,
they get me all hooked, and then I have to like fucking buy this.
I know. Well, technically, you don't have to buy it. You can watch like ads and or you can wait until like check in and stuff like that. Let me tell you, they're all similar, but tell me why I cannot stop watching them.
I don't know. I watch those stupid things too.
Like it's always the same thing. Like it's always like the male lead like mistreats the female lead for the freaking second lead, and she's like, oh, you'll never believe me, like I didn't do that. He's just like, you don't have no proof that you didn't do this, and blah blah blah. And then
or
like,
the wife or the wife is a billionaire's daughter, and always.
And I think I've seen that same exact story in Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Thai.
Yes. At this point, I don't even know where what where it's at. Like, oh, was this a C drama? Was this a K drama? I don't know. It's all mixed in. So I'm just like, I honestly just finished one earlier today. But it was like a back then kind of century, you know, where the king, like this one was like this one was a little bit different, but not so much different. Like it was this king, he mistreats, like he goes into this his personal maid's room and he like sleeps with her every night, and but he mistreats her like he treats her like trash because he used to be engaged to her, but she
Oh,
when he went to
yeah.
jail, you saw that one?
The second lead throws her off of the bridge.
No,
Or
she
has
didn't throw her
someone-
off. When she was trying to, when her mate was trying to drag her so that she can like be witness to like her and the king having their first night together. Like she was just like, I'm not gonna watch this, and so that girl accidentally pushes her off. Yeah, that's the one. I just finished it to the end.
Well, there's another one that's very similar to that where one of the woman's maids or friends or whatever knocks her into the water, where she has another person waiting and dumps like venomous snakes into the water at the same time.
Where's
Oh yeah, it's the same story. It's essentially the same story. It's just
like they just tweak it a little bit to change it up. Now there was this one that I always watch. It's like this one guy that's in different ones, but I always watch those with him in it. He's just so cute.
What really cracks me up is when they put in the subtitles a super white English name. It's like his name is not Joshua. His name is not Matthew.
Yeah, or like Michael. That was that guy's name, Michael. And so like I was like actually I was every single time they say their name, I'm listening to it and it doesn't match the subtitle. So I'm just like, is that what that means in Korean or Chinese?
Yeah, no.
And now I'm gonna call Michael that every time. What is it, Michael? Yeah, so I didn't really hear what she said, but
I was just repeating you.
it was similar to Michael, but like not Michael. Like every time I hear it, I'm just like, that doesn't sound like that's what they're saying.
And then
like, I don't understand.
Do you get the ones that are dubbed, but then they're dubbed so horribly?
I literally like it's so cringy. I just scroll past it because I'm just like, no, I can't. I cannot. Like it's so cringy. Like I can't even watch.
And the
translation,
the translation is bad as well as the dubbing being bad. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gives me secondhand embarrassment and I have to scroll.
Yes. I'm just like, no, don't ruin this for me. Okay, don't ruin it. I have entertainment throughout the days when I'm bored. Don't ruin that for me. Oh, you know what? I saw My Demon. I didn't watch it yet, but I saw it on Netflix. So I was thinking of watching that after I finish this one K-drama I'm watching. It's called have y'all seen The King of the Land or something? Or King of the Land?
King Land. It's on my list.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
I've seen the beginning of it, but I haven't like watched the whole thing.
I haven't watched the whole thing either.
He was in 2 p.m., right?
Is that where he was from? I was like, are you sure? Because I can't believe this man looks familiar.
Yeah.
I didn't even like think nothing of it. I was just like, yeah.
And then
bugging me.
The other guy was in Heartbeat. Is it Heartbeat?
Heartbeat.
Heart to beat.
Heart to beat.
I is little.
But it was a K-drama that was kind of funny. He was a vampire and was trying to turn back into a human. And so he had his people put him in the coffin. It was supposed to be for 100 years. Well, the female lead ends up waking him up like 2 days early.
Yeah, and so his transition out was not complete. Yeah, I did not watch that, but I did see like a little piece of the trailer or whatever where it shows that, and I'm just like, You know what? I saw that like a long time ago though. Like the fact that you like brought it up now, I'm just like, I told myself I was gonna watch that. But you get distracted by other things.
But yeah, he was in 2 p.m. and the male lead from King the Land was in 2 p.m. And I think the male and female lead are actually together in real life in King the Land.
Really? Oh, they're so sweet. Like they're really like I
They are
love them
so cute
together.
together.
Yeah. They're they're hilarious in the show. Like I love their interaction in the show. I cannot imagine that that's actually how they are from life. Like the fact that she literally like goes off on him for things he doesn't even do, but he's
Oh my
just like
God.
and then she laughs at him and how he keeps so straight faced through it the whole time.
Yes. Junho? Junho is his name from King the Land. He's the one that's in 2 p.m. I still can't hardly listen to any of their music though. After listening to Sungmin make fun of JYP's style of singing, whenever I listen to 2 p.m., that's all I hear is
Oh, poor 2 p.m. Sungmin done ruined them. And it's funny because Sungmin loves 2 p.m.
I know,
Yeah.
but that's what they sound like. You hear JYP's style of singing.
JYP ruined a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like whenever they
Okay.
dance to
And continue to do so.
what was it? What did he dance to? It was S Class or was it no, it was Rockstar,
Yeah.
right?
Uh,
It was
La La
Rockstar.
La.
Yeah, La La La. When he danced to that, like that's all I can see is him dancing to that.
All I can see is Hyunjin making fun of the way JYP danced to that.
Has he tried to
I'm
do that
on
like Hyunjin does that the vibration, like the body vibration? It just didn't get
He
there.
needs to understand that one, he might have, I don't recall because I really don't pay attention that much. He might have been talented when he was younger, but Mans is old now. You got to remember
No,
you're not what
I've
you used to be.
I've seen some of the shit from when he was first, and he ain't all that in a bag of chips.
So you got to wonder. Maybe they weren't so lenient, like they weren't so harsh back then. Like now they're harsher. They're like after JYP, we had to we had to up the standards.
Well, there's a reason he started his own company.
Yeah.
Because nobody else would want him because he wasn't under the Korean beauty standard, and he's not even close to the Korean beauty standard. So I get that.
No, but for him to have the balls to tell other people to get plastic surgery and that they can't sing is homeboy, you better look in the mirror.
I know.
Yeah. That's
Like first of all, Stray Kids is a very talented group, and the fact that he went like ham on them is ridiculous. It was honestly uncalled for. It was uncalled for. I'm sure he was like looking at them and was just like, shit, that could have been like they're better than me. And I don't like it.
I think he thinks that a lot about all of the male groups that are under him, which is why he doesn't
tries to
promote
suppress
them the way
them.
that he should.
he only promotes the females.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, and the fact that they have to promote themselves is ridiculous. You know what? GOT7 were just like Stray Kids, if not worse, when it came to ragging on JYP. Like they did not hold back whatsoever. Like Stray Kids, it's like whenever they're making fun of JYP, I feel like it goes through a filter. The way they make fun of him, like it's kid like it's funny, but it's not hard. GOT7 with JYP, they were hard. They were hard. They didn't hold back whatsoever, and I'm sure they did not care about hurting his feelings. And the fact that you could see JYP try to laugh it off, but I'm sure he's like crying inside.
Because he knows it's true.
Well, him telling Felix when Felix was like, "Why'd you cut me, bro?" And
yeah,
he's
I
like, "You
know.
weren't good," and it's like,
You
First
run
of
scales
all-
on auto tune and think it's music.
yeah. That or when he was trying to show someone how he wanted something to sound and he was singing it back to them and it was supposed to be a run and it was like, oh, I don't know if I would have allowed that to be recorded.
First of all, it wasn't K-pop fans that used to say Stray Kids were JYP flop. It was K fans. It was Korean fans. Let's be honest here. Like,
Well, and that's why groups like the Rose are so much more involved with their international fans because they were another group that the K fans did not
yeah,
Haters
because
do.
or come out and support them. So
the fact that I never even heard of them up until like Coachella
Their
is ridiculous.
their latest release. Yeah, that new one that just hit the
Yeah.
charts. That was a really good one.
So that's why I was just like, did Korea just suppress them or something? Like, if they're
and
not
they
up to
just
their
released a
standard,
perfume too that I want. The Rose did. But I don't know if they were suppressed over there or they just weren't as like accepted. But
Well, they're
Well, it's
more
just-
rock and they
it's
don't
just
really
hard.
like rock over there.
yeah, because is
They
it
like
like
more
Extraordinary
poppy.
Heroes?
Yeah, like Britney Spears and
is-
shit like that.
But like Extraordinary Heroes doesn't get as much
Extraordinary, yeah.
Extraordinary Heroes. How do you say it?
Extraordinary Heroes. What? I got me some hotties in my lap.
I don't recall being there.
You're not this pretty. You're so pretty.
Mm.
Mm.
And she is deceased.
She faded right into his back, like just
Can you catch me?
I got that stupid song in my head. Catch me, I'm falling. That's an 80s song.
You need to find a
Yeah.
background with Channy going big hug and then just be embraced by him the entire
My boy
Ah.
never
Those promo
ages. He's a
pictures of
fucking
Lino.
vampire. Huh?
The promo pictures of Lino for what was it? Lose My Breath. His actually, I had to take a pause. Channy's, why did they put a hat on him?
Probably to hide his hair color or his balding.
Oh, I know. No, he definitely is not balding because I've seen his hair. Like his hair's becoming
But-
really healthy.
You have to remember this was taken like last year,
Oh,
like
you're
5-star
right.
Todd.
You're right.
When
Yeah.
all of hair when he lost all that fucking weight and his hair was falling out. Yeah, that's when they were taking it. Aw,
That's
look
right.
at the baby.
Aww.
It's my boy.
I thought when they filmed the like behind the scenes for DLC, he looked so skinny.
He was.
Yeah. Like he literally was fading.
Yeah. That's why we were so worried about him because after Moonbin passed away, he
Yeah.
quit eating, he quit sleeping, he quit working out. Like he was literally destroying himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just gone.
And I'm sure like that was the start of why he didn't want to do it anymore. Like with Chan's room and everything. Like I'm sure he did want to do it, but I think
They were
like
so mean.
yeah.
The comments were horrible.
especially since like he was going through that loss, and then all that crap happened when he was finally coming back into it, and he was just like, you know what, I just can't do it anymore.
Yep.
I just can't. I think that was the thing. Like I'm sure JYP did have a hand in it, but I'm sure like he didn't put up that much of a fight because of that.
Yeah. Well, like
I
I keep
can't wait
saying,
until
when their stuff becomes a liability, JYP is going to put a stop to it.
And I can't wait until, in all honesty, the guys are able to clap back and not have to be subtle about it.
When
Yeah.
has Channy ever been subtle about it? I mean,
But
yeah,
he's
he
been
actually,
polite about it.
yeah, that's true.
He's kind of like beat around the bush and like does it. I mean, when you're commenting on stuff on Bubble, not everybody has access to Bubble. So like I get it. I get what you're trying to do, but like call it out for what it is. You're being made to give these huge public apologies for shit you didn't even do. Why can't you give a huge public call out for saying, you know, why are you sending trucks to the JYP building? Why are you placing the blame?
You just totally cut out, or was it me?
No,
On
exactly.
to say, back off, take a
Yeah.
breath, and go touch some grass.
Yeah.
They're literally cranking out content day after day after day, whether it's pictures or whatever. Like, people just need to relax.
Well, last year when all this stuff was going on, they were asking him some of the most personal questions. It's like, dude, just lost one of his best fucking friends. Do you think you can give it a goddamn break?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. But
They
people
just
are
have
just
no
insensitive.
sense of border,
No.
of boundaries. Like they just
No.
don't.
And plus, like around that time, even I was thinking like I was sad like Moonman had passed away and everything like that, but it's that much harder when he's only like he's my age.
Mhm.
Like just thinking about it, like at the time when they were thinking that it was that was the cause of death, like it just hit hard, and you're just like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you know, like he was my age. That's scary to think about, and you would have to think about like Ken being in that mindset, except he's like double set because he's not only an idol, but he was also his age,
Mhm.
and the fact that he's saying like he's probably thinking like, crap, like I get all that stuff too. Like, what if it gets too much for me?
Yeah. They did settle that though. I believe they said it was a stroke or something.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
Yeah.
that in that instant, like that's just the only thing that comes through your mind as well.
Truthfully, I
Well,
was glad to hear that it wasn't suicide.
but even that being
I
the
mean-
case, how hard, I mean, if that's any indication of how hard these K-pop idols are working, that at that young of an age, you're passing from a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of stress that they are under and the ridiculousness of some of their schedules. Look at the shit that Stray Kids have been cranking out album after album, single after single. There is constantly new music, if not from OT8, from, you know, units or individuals. Like it's just, and you know how much freaking crap is on that computer. We've probably got at least another 10 years worth of albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Sungmin said, like he's hoping to go until like for another 50 years or so. Like he wants to keep it going for like as long as they can. But the fact that they're getting pushed so hard that their bodies are breaking down this early on, I don't know like how they're gonna be able to make it that long.
Yeah.
I would love
the
for them
dancers
to,
won't.
but
Yeah, the dancers
because
won't.
Felix's back is still not up to like that healed up. Like he's still
It's
it
never
still
going to
hurts.
heal.
Yeah. And Hyunjin, the amount of times Hyunjin and Felix, Lino, that I've seen them have like wrists, cast on and stuff like that from injuring their wrists. Like,
Well, Hyunjin's is his neck, and Lino is like his entire body. Like he sounds like I do when I wake up, with all the cracking and popping and
and
Rice
Shani's
Krispie
not that far
sounds.
behind them. Like, I feel like the healthiest ones in that group is the vocalists and the rappers, except Shani's along with the dancers.
Yeah.
But that's because like Channy dances with them too, to the point where he like pushes and pushes. Like, didn't he during that company battle or whatever, didn't he sprain his neck and he still kept dancing?
Yeah, he was
Yeah, that
partially
was their
paralyzed.
survival show. Yeah.
So that's
They
what I'm
couldn't
like,
do they couldn't do a flip or something that he hurt his neck on.
really had to take part out because of that.
Mhm.
And he's worn like wrist brace and stuff before too.
Yeah.
I-
Which is what pisses me off about this AI group that's out here, getting awards and shit. It just fucking
I
pisses
know.
me off.
Oh, it's so annoying. It's so
Because I know that
annoying.
there are physical. I mean, I know Chan and Felix don't have to, but
Dang, how are they gonna do that? I hope they don't go into what Suga did, because he has to go be there an extra year than the other boys. Like, he has to
right,
be there,
because
what,
he
3?
had to do something that wasn't as physically demanding as what the normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
He's doing
shoulder.
more like
Yeah.
a civil service type of thing instead of a military.
Yeah.
It sucks. I mean, he looks like he's having the time of his life. Like, he was just like, this is my time to shine.
That back
Out of all of
photo.
them, out of all the boys, I'm thinking the ones that's probably gonna be that way would probably be Lino and Sungmin. Ian's probably gonna be like holding the gun the wrong way.
Or he'll trip.
He'll be like, what do I do with
He's a
this?
klutz. Yeah, he's a big klutz.
But even Hyunjin, like, he'll probably be like, oh, this is cool, but the moment that it starts to, like, he's like, you know what, this is pretty heavy. I don't know if I want to keep carrying this. So yeah, I think the ones that would fit in the most is probably Lino and Sungmin.
I could see Lino being a cook.
Yeah. Oh, and Changmin too.
Yeah.
Han, I don't know. Baby girl should not be going into the military. Oh, can we just pretend that he's not Korean?
Maybe him and Lino will enlist at the same time.
Oh, you know for a
Yeah.
fact they might probably do that.
They might all do
Because-
that.
Yeah.
That's true.
They might want to do that, but it's not guaranteed they'll be allowed to do that with the
Uh-uh.
company.
Yeah.
But unless Tanny like somehow figures it out and saying like, oh, me and Felix got this, like we'll keep it going and stuff like that. Like, let them join so they can come back sooner, just something.
Well, they're all going to have to go. And if you wait on 6 members to go through at various times, you're talking years, like
Yeah, because
lots and lots of
Ian
years.
still has a few years before he needs to go.
Yep,
He has
Yeah.
what?
a lot.
I
He
could
didn't have to go
see
in till he's 30.
if Hyunjin and Changbin would go in together, Lino and Han, and Sungmin and Ian. If
They're
they're
gonna take
able to
forever.
do,
I'd rather them all do it together.
I know, same.
Alrighty. We never even finished the beauty thing.
Oh,
Oh.
that's okay.
How did we get that?
Oh
Yeah, the K-dramas.
We went from K-drama to military enlistment and somewhere
Yeah.
some other stuff in
And-
between.
It started with that makeup brand you were
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
So I put in there about the new Ipsy box, which I may have to take a look at that. I tried Ipsy before, but it was all like little trial sizes and I wasn't impressed. But now I think they're doing full size stuff, so I may give it a
since
look. See,
they bought what was the other beauty? Was it Beauty Box?
BoxyCharm.
BoxyCharm.
I love
So-
that one.
I think they are kind of like a combination now. Because I had Ipsy before too. I probably have like 30 of those little tiny makeup bags.
Yeah. And then I put in a how to match your foundation to your skin tone.
I just never had the energy to try to figure that out.
Yeah, my skin tone is so light, it's hard to find one light enough for me. We still have Chan's Den. We did lore and memories.
Yeah,
What do you have
okay, let me
top
see.
line?
Oh, I put for Tanny's room. I put that
You
his
hate
song
to admit it.
Eternity, his song Eternity just hit 3 million views on YouTube, and his song I Hate to Admit just hit 17 million on Spotify. And, you know, that's surprising. I love that song. Like, me and my daughter literally bust out singing that song all the time.
I love it, but a lot of their ballads, like you've got to be in the right mood for music like that. Like I turn to Stray Kids a lot of times for more of the upbeat kind of
Hard.
party vibe. Not so much the depressing breakup
I
type
have
songs.
like a playlist with their songs of different moods. Like I have my sad playlist. I have my what is that? Block everything out playlist. My get up and dance playlist. Like I have a bunch of different playlists with just them songs. So like
Mm.
categorize of each one. Depending on my mood, that's the playlist I'll be playing. Number 2. I also put Sungmin. His like I already oh weird. I put that song. Are you sure it's song by? Oh, okay, I see. Song by. All I kept seeing was like song. I wonder why it's called song.
It probably is translated to something different in Korean, but that's what our translation of it is.
Give me like get lit.
Yep.
Okay, let me see. Kenny's room. Where you at, Kenny? Where? Okay, so we're on episode 27. This live happened July 7th, 2019. If I remember. And guess what? Special guest. Bam bam boom. I'm
Sriracha?
gonna say the playlist and you can guess who it is. Okay. So there's Insomnia, you know, the intro. There's Colors by Day 6, What's Happening by B1A4, Somehow by Day 6, Lonely by B1A4, and One Day Fine Day by Sanyo.
Let me guess. Sunman.
Yep. You can just tell just by that playlist. Okay, so it begins with Kenny apologizing because this he will have to like end the live early, which this live was only about 30 minutes long, so it really wasn't that long. Because they had something later to do later. And he also mentioned having a special guest, which was, yes, of course, some. And he also they went on to talk about like when was the last time Sungmin was on Chan's room, and they were like looking through it and they found that he was like on episode 12 about 15 weeks prior to this episode. 15. They then started talking about Sungmin doing an episode of Cats and Dogs or something like that. I forgot what show that was. But
It's with Felix.
oh, was it?
Yeah, they're usually
Oh.
doing weird cooking shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. But I think that didn't they do one like for Valentine's Day or White Day or something like that where they made candy?
Yeah, they've done several things. It never
Uh,
turns out good.
yeah. This one was with fruit punch. And so he was talking about making fruit punch and how when he was making it, he was gonna add Coke to it. And Chenny was like, Coke, ew. But he was just like, but then they thought better of it and they're like, came back to our senses. And he was like, and so we added Sprite. Which, fruit punch? You add Sprite to fruit punch?
Why not?
Ew.
I use
Yeah, you're
cherry
right.
Kool-Aid and Sprite to make a cherry limeade.
Hmm. Maybe it's because I'm like a strict water girl. Maybe that's why. I don't really drink anything outside of water and Dr. Pepper. I think that's it. Um, and then like they literally were just like we should show respect to the person that first invented fruit punch because it's so amazing, and they're just like really getting into the feels there for a second about it. Jenny then started drinking pineapple juice, which man loves his pineapple juice. Like
I
I
could
like
say so
pineapple
much
juice too.
about that.
I know I love pineapple juice too, but man can drink it all the time.
Hurts my mouth.
I love pineapple juice, like pineapple nectar juice. Like the first, but that's just because like whenever I eat pineapples, that hurts my mouth because it's like straight pineapples. But when I drink the juice, it's not so bad.
Hmm.
The first song played was Colors by Day 6. They said that they really loved the song and it was a great way to start the show. The next was What's Happening by B1A4, and they were singing and dancing the whole time, and someone said it brought back a lot of memories for him. The next song that was played was Somehow by Day 6. Then they started talking about the fan meeting that happened that day, which was Doctor Theme, which was the Side Effects comeback. The next song played was Lonely by B1A4. Shani mentioned that when this song first came out, they downloaded it onto their MP3 player since they couldn't listen to music on their phones at the time. Okay, I know we old, but we ain't that old. Like, I don't remember that. They had to download it. Oh, you know what? Nope, yeah, I know what he's talking about. It was around that time when phones were just coming out, so I guess we wouldn't have been able to download it there. Like phones came out what 2008, 2007 iPhone.
No, I don't. I remember I had like a BlackBerry in 2008-ish, so it was before that.
Probably 2007. I'm gonna look pineapple my yeah, you know what? You're right. He's over here
What?
complaining about a pineapple on his burger, but Manson's always drinking pineapple juice. What?
That's funny.
I know. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either. And he didn't even eat it on pizza.
It was released 2007. So in between. Dang.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
know
I
how
don't think
old
we
I
were
was at
able to put.
2007?
I don't think we were able to put music on our phone for like several years
Yeah. How old was
because we
I?
still had like CDs and shit.
I was 10 years old.
Shut up.
Dang. I guess I could see that. Yeah, so he said, and then the last song they played was One Fine Day by Sandul. And Sugman said he sung the song on the radio and that it meant a lot to him. He said he kept wondering to himself how he got here and how it felt so unreal. He also mentioned that Sandul had a lot of he had a lot of influence on him becoming an influencer. But then he also said that there were other singers, senior singers that he met that also gave him a lot of influence some way or another, and that he hopes one day he can do the same for somebody else. Jenny did mention wanting Stay to watch more contests like Run Wave. And then they gave their final goodbyes and then they signed off. Bedroom.
Short.
Mm-hmm. Very short. You know what I've been curious about? Why does Hyunjin have a toilet paper on his in the Discord where it has Hyunjin lives? It has a tree and toilet paper. Oh, I know why. I know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's on the Discord. You know how each of the rooms has an emoji?
Mm-hmm.
Well, on Hyunjin's live, his is a tree and a and toilet paper roll. And now I know why. Now I remember why.
I don't know why. You can tell me?
It because Lino's like always tries to
Oh, try to. Okay.
yeah. That's
I
that's
am
how
tree.
yeah, and that's what the tree is. No, it's
Okay.
I am oh yeah. Okay,
I
but that
am
was it for that.
tree. I didn't make the emojis. I didn't put them in there, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was Des. She did all this. Hmm. I think that was it because you didn't add anything into keep. Oh yeah, you did.
No.
It's
Did
K-pop.
I?
Get cool with K-pop. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I put some stuff in there today. It was, I think, can't remember what it was.
The Saffron. You put the the video in there from the Coachella performance.
I guess. It popped up, so I put
Dang.
it in there. Says it's just a teaser though. Kepler's music video, a tease, talking about their first Coachella. That's pretty much all I put in there. That's all it's bringing up anyway. Yep.
Not that bad. Kepler 1. Straight line. AT talks about being first K-pop boy group to perform at Coachella. Wait,
See,
what?
why can't we not just be happy for a tease? Why can't we just be happy? Why does someone in our fandom have to start shit with them? It's so stupid.
Were they the first K-pop boy group?
Yeah.
Oh, good for them. BTS was it? Like they didn't do it?
No, I don't think I don't know that they've ever done Coachella.
Whoa, good for ATs. BTS been around for so long that it's so hard to tell what they did now and what they didn't. So it's hard to
But
be
they
like the
didn't
first.
they didn't go mainstream like international for a really long time.
Oh, that's true. I think JK is
It
finally
seems like
like
yeah, I think
integrating himself into the Western.
well like it seems like just in the last couple of years is when they've really started hitting international. So it took them like 7-8 years to get into international, and then they all had to run off to the military. So
Mhm. That's right.
I'm not saying that's facts. I'm just saying that's what it seems like.
I was like looking through my Amazon list and I saw that I had bought some stuff from BTS like back in 2015 that's no longer available on Amazon. I was like, darn, they've been around a long time.
Yep. All righty. Did we hit
I can't-
everything?
I think we did.
All righty. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. It was fun. We had some good laughs. And we'll be back next Sunday. Next Sunday.
Saturday.
I don't know what I'm doing Saturday, but I'll be here next Sunday. So see ya.
Bye.
Bye.